It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this will be caught by Mooney. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Returnable here from the 38. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his fourth NFL season, Jordan Love.
This is set up now to be the true beginning of Love's NFL career because he's finally out from under the shadow of Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay's giving him this season to prove he can be their starter. 4 years after he was drafted in the first round, we'll find out Love is the next decade-long starter for the Green Bay Packers.
Jones breaking from the contact, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down going to the air with Love. And this one's incomplete. So it's a tough test for the Packers' new starting quarterback, Jordan Love. 2 road games to begin the year. Today here in Chicago, next week in Atlanta. But he's one of the rare first-rounders that got to sit and watch for a little bit. So how do you think that'll serve him going forward?
Well, you sit there and absorb game plans for all this time. You watch how people prepare. You see how teams respond to being up, down, all those things. Now he gets to step into that role and be the leader of this team. All the things he's dreamed of and imagined, now he gets to put into practice.
On third down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0?
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 47 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Fields. Flush to his right. They juked him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Fields going to change things up here. Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. But Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And down to the 36-yard line here. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Love now on 2nd down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but Let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On second down, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. To the air again, Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 56.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Alexander Mattison, a touchdown run in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4. Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Starting on the ground with Herbert, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down, here's Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Love's throw brought in by Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. An inside give to Jones. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing. Love. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed.
Complete to number 11, Jaden Reed. It's a pickup of 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Bears 43-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Still going. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
And they'll accept that penalty. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Love back to it here after the pick 6. The left side completion to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A check down here to Jones. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Up the middle, Jones. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll pull it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bears take over. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Now Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. This will be a 41-yard. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
They'll go with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Delay of game, offense.
But just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield, because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. Shoves him away. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Love. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the
short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's 2nd down and 3. A give to Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now Fields and the Bears down 13-10, a little over 40 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. That is caught by Herbert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Fields changing the play. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. And one last throw here for Fields. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a